we're at Scale Act on 24. How you doing, Mike?
Doing very well. Tired, but happy.
Yeah, tired is an understatement. So you're one of the organisers of the event. Well, you actually are the
Yes,
organiser.
chief organiser.
Yeah, you're the guy that walks around in the background and organises just about every element, from car park to swap and sell to all the different sections and where people, lay things out and so forth. And it goes further. It goes into risk management and those sorts of things.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, keeping people safe in the event. So I've got to ask, what are your favourite parts of the show?
Well, I've picked some things out, so if we don't mind having a little wander through, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose one of the most important things about running this show are the volunteers, and probably the best example of the volunteer work is the work that's been done by Mark and John, organised the big club display. It's been quite a lot of work to put it together, as you can imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
I've only managed to have a quick look at it myself, but it is very impressive.
I think we've actually looked at this yesterday with Mark, and we also did have a quick sort of look ourselves. And it's representing a whole year of people making models, but it's also they volunteer those models, don't
Exactly.
they? So it's not every single model. There's even more.
Yes, exactly right.
Which is crazy.
I don't know the number for how many participants there were that volunteered stuff for the display, but it would be a couple of dozen at least, I would imagine.
Shall we head out to the tables?
Yes, certainly.
Let's do that, yes. Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're enjoying the show. Okay, let's now, what do you reckon your favourite pieces, just for you personally?
For me personally?
Yeah, I'd be interested.
There are a couple of things. One thing, a more general part of the competition tables that I am really pleased about is the amount of entries in the Gundam.
Oh, you big fan of Gundam yourself?
No, I'm not a Gundam modeler myself.
Yeah.
But I think here in Australia, at least, it's a growing part of the hobby. I know it's very big overseas, not so much here, but definitely growing.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased. I think most of the response has been thanks to the efforts of Marissa Christina. She's obviously a very talented Gundam modeler herself. I believe this is hers at the front, the red comet.
Well, it's really a next level thing, the sort of work that she does.
Oh, definitely, yes.
I mean, the polishing and the paint work, that ruby red is, that's striking. I don't know if it's ruby red, but it's just the work and the commitment that you have to get to that level.
That's right.
And it stands out.
Oh, definitely.
People look at it and it's like, wow. Gundam's been on Netflix recently. You know that one?
No, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they did like a new show of it. But they got like Gundam, like a very large series. I think there's like 10 series. And it repeats itself a little bit, but the iterations get better and better.
Okay.
But there's a whole story behind it, like anything.
Of course.
And people get really into this universe. But Marissa is a great modeler.
Definitely.
I
think even though I'm not a Gundam modeler myself, certainly one can appreciate the skill and the work that's gone into it, and I suppose really draw a bit of inspiration from it yourself.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing I like about this is it's bringing in a lot of younger people, and especially younger women. Modelling can be more of a male-oriented hobby, so I think it's wonderful that we're getting more women involved.
I think also to consider that worldwide there are a number of female modelers, definitely.
Yes.
But worldwide, the tooling of the kits has improved so considerably from what it used to be.
Yes.
That these sorts of kits, they're amazingly well built, and you can achieve just incredible results out of them.
Yes.
And even for junior modelers, they can get into it fairly quickly.
Yes.
And it's low cost.
Yes. And I think it's for the betterment of the hobby, really.
And yeah, it's meditative, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well when you're building. But the end result, something like this, yeah, what a lot of fun.
Yes.
All right. So, is there anything else that
yes.
is on your
Another
agenda?
thing around over this way.
Okay, let's wander. By the way, a big thank you to Matt Dixon, who is currently on the camera. He's just wandering around, helping us and following us.
Hey, Mike. I'll catch you in a minute.
Hey, Ben. There he goes. Ben's been in these videos before. I think he just missed me just then.
So one of my favourite items, personally, is the big Achilles.
Hello.
On here. My main area of modelling interest is British and Commonwealth Second World War vehicles.
Wow.
And this is a great example of that. It's 1/16 scale. It's far, far too large for me to fit in my display shelf. So I've got a 35th scale one to do. But again, I can appreciate the subject.
Right. Have you? So you've not built one of these before?
No. But got it sort of almost ready to go.
Yeah.
It's basically a British adaptation of the American M10 self-propelled gun.
Oh, yeah.
The British put a far more powerful 17-pounder anti-tank gun.
Oh.
So made it a much more effective vehicle.
How fast were these? Because these armored tanks, they're super strong and they're super heavy.
Yes.
All the armor in them, but they've still got very powerful engines in them.
Yes. I think
but,
I don't know for sure, but maybe 30 miles an hour, something like that. 20, 30 miles.
Yeah, you got a little bit of interruption from the producer.
Sure thing.
Just to say, when you get a chance, do have a wander outside and have a look at the motorbikes.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so we got a special motorbike group that's come in and show off their bikes. So please.
A rare appearance by Peter Shum, everyone, Vice President. Yeah, nice to see you. Thank you. Okay, all right.
Another element that I've been very happy to see is a big response from our junior modelers. So these are 12 years and under modelers, and we've got a lot of stuff and a lot of very high quality stuff.
Oh, you got to say, with the junior category, even if they're getting help from their parents, it doesn't matter.
No.
Like, it's a junior category, they're involved and they're enjoying it, and you get an end result, and it's just fantastic, isn't it, to see?
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and I keep saying fun, but it is.
Yes, that's the whole point, I suppose, really.
Yeah, kids are, really getting something out of it,
and all sorts of different subject matters. So obviously we're not restricted to cars or tanks or planes or anything like that. It's really whatever takes your interest, either your interest at the time or a theme that you're passionate about.
So when did you start modelling, Mike?
I have tried to work this out. I reckon it would have been maybe 7 or 8. I got a model kit. I don't remember what it was, but a model kit for, I think, a birthday or Christmas.
Yeah.
And I definitely remember working on it with my father. Yes. I think that model has been lost now. Otherwise, I would have happily had it on the shelf.
Yeah.
But, a happy memory.
I had the same thing. Like, I had a very large model. It was a Lancaster.
Yes.
And it was ginormous, this thing. And it was falling apart, and I just spent a little bit of time fixing it. And then also I had a Bentley, Airfix Bentley,
yes.
The large one.
Oh,
from,
the
19
Avengers style?
35 Airfix Bentley.
Yes.
Gorgeous. But that was quite a bit of work. But it's amazing. They're gone now. I don't know where they went. So
yes,
on the same road as yourself.
Yes, exactly.
All right, shall we go for a wander outside, just have a quick look?
Oh, sure.
on Peter's advice.
Yep.
I'm not sure, but there are motorbikes out here apparently.
Yes, that's right.
So let's
I can't remember the exact name of the club. I'm very sorry of that. But the Canberra Vintage Veteran
hello.
Motorcycle Club, they've
They've
responded to our invitation to come along, do a ride to here.
oh, so they haven't gate crashed.
Not quite, no.
Right. Okay. Because I'd expect that.
Oh, from bikies.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh look, beautiful. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Hey guys, how you going?
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for coming along. This is great.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
We're just
And-
doing a live stream at the moment, by the way.
Which was the club name?
Club
I
name?
don't know what it on the face.
No, no,
Sorry.
no. Okay. All right. Yeah, no worries.
So
Well, we've
as
still got some fans.
yeah, so as part of the interest in Second World War ground equipment, British and Commonwealth, part of that. So I've been out a little earlier to get some reference shots, things like cabling and all that sort of thing, just to spruce up whenever I do get around to building one of these models.
How nice of it is these for these guys to come along to this event.
Exactly.
You know, certainly with scale modelling, here are some fine examples that people can look at. But
Yeah.
it really supports the event.
Yes,
You know, it's very positive.
we're very grateful that they responded to the invitation so positively.
And we also have a couple of very interesting cars over there for some reason.
Oh yes, this is a special event at Thoroughbred Park, the Festival of Speed. They sort of asked if we wouldn't mind helping them advertise that, and given that there are a lot of car models involved,
Right.
what better place to have some reference pics?
Not going for a spin?
Yeah, no, I'm afraid not.
Yeah.
We've
Wow.
begged, but no.
Oh, that is, yeah, they are very fine examples. And look at all the carbon fiber. And yeah, I wonder what a 0 to 60 on it is on one of these.
Pretty quick, I'd imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. They get the Audi, and that's a very nice Lamborghini. All right, well,
I had a couple more quick items just to
yeah,
quickly show off, if that's all right.
this is
inside.
about you. It's not about me.
Oh, sure.
Well, actually, it's about the club.
Well,
But
yes.
certainly the event. But as the organizer of the event, yeah, fantastic to get your opinion. And what else we got?
Well, the next item is a diorama by one of our figure and diorama specialists in the club, just around here. And if you have any knowledge of Australian Second World War history, you've probably seen this photo of a wounded Australian soldier being guided back to the rear areas.
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
So yes, this is basically his recreation of the photo in, I think, 35th scale, and it's beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, Kokoda Trail, and this is interesting because we have master categories here,
Yes.
right? And this is called a standard category, but to look at it, the effort that's gone
Yes,
into it,
definitely.
that's something that I'd be very proud to have on my shelf.
Oh,
for
most
sure.
definitely, yes.
But you certainly hope that something like this lasts a very long time.
Yes.
And goes to a lot of places, and potentially can end up somewhere where it can be shown off for a lot of people.
Yes, exactly. Particularly the how he's depicted the base, which is a little unusual. Quite often you would have just a fairly flat base, but he's incorporated the woodwork, the photograph. So yes, it's
Okay.
amazing bit of work.
Well, thank you very much. So, mind me asking, were there any sort of things that were quite difficult to set up with this event? Because we're doing this each year.
Yes.
But you know, I imagine there's some challenges to, you know, being the organizer of this event.
I suppose it's mainly just bringing all of the different elements in together.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for quite a while, since I think 2000. Scale Act sort of happened into its current form. Um, I suppose last year was the main challenge,
That was
transitioning
all new, wasn't it?
an all new venue.
Yeah.
But
Has
no,
it run more smoothly, do you think, this time around?
yes.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
that we've more or less known what we were doing, it's been much easier. And management here at Thoroughbred Park, you know, can't do enough to help us really.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we certainly appreciate that. Yes, getting 23 traders this year. I think the
Wow.
number was 786 models into
Oh.
the competition.
Wow.
Or maybe I think it's 7 or 8 different club displays from our sort of sister clubs, related clubs. So yes, it's a fairly big job, but we've managed to pull it together.
Right. Okay. And I think there are other elements. There's a swap and sell here.
Oh yes, that's right. Swap and sell in a new location upstairs. Enormous popularity, of course, getting into the discount kits.
You can see them right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you know, that's another, again, popular part of the show. Other swap and sells in other shows are just like a morning event or something. We run ours throughout the whole weekend, and particularly thanks to Lenny, Ray and Tony and their team of volunteers, they do an amazing job.
Shall we go up and have a look?
I think we probably
Yeah.
could.
Why not?
Yeah.
So let's hop up to the swap and sell.
Yeah.
Yep. I think there's a little tale there that we can tell as well. But this year it's in a different location from last year. This year it's actually upstairs and it's an air-conditioned comfort.
Yes.
So if you're not a big fan of stairs, well, unfortunately it is upstairs, but it's not that far. It's one flight. Once you get up there, whole ton of kits. Yesterday we had
Yes. Severely diminished, but certainly.
right, and so it will be a little bit of a noisy environment, but should be okay. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just hang back here,
Well,
where it's not too noisy.
Why don't we go down the back?
Oh,
Right,
okay.
so we'll walk past all the kits.
Yep. So all sorts of genres, aircraft, tanks, ships. Really, there's probably something for everyone to consider buying.
Oh yeah. You know, so this tale that I've got, I think you'll like this. So yesterday we had so many people here that it became a little bit crazy. So because we had, I think, when you look out across the number of kits that are here,
Yes.
we actually had nearly 4 times as much as what you see now.
Yes.
So these were piled high before.
Yes.
And there was a queue of people here. And what was fantastic is it's sort of like Melbourne. If you've never been to the swap and sell before, Melbourne gets quite chaotic.
Very much so.
But this was the good one.
Yes.
So it's air conditioned in here. It's quite comfortable.
Yes.
But there were so many people that entered yesterday. People were clamoring over each other for kits, and it actually warmed up
Yes.
in here.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, so many kits walked out, and a lot of very happy people. And you know, the selection is amazing. I mean, there's plenty here for experienced purchasers and those less experienced. You can't walk away unhappy. You can't.
Definitely.
And it is cash only, but there are ATMs nearby.
Yes, exactly right.
Get cash out,
Yes.
But wow, But this was an event, so this takes a bit to set up.
Oh, it does? Yes. Tony, Lenny, and Ray spent quite a few weeks in the lead up to the event, just making everything so they run smoothly, getting the volunteers who also help run the cash out table. The idea is that people label each of their kits and then record that on a spreadsheet. They provide that spreadsheet to the team at the front counter, and then when anything gets sold, that is recorded. And then at the end of the weekend, they collect any unsold items and then get paid out however much they sold.
And it's something that, as an organizer, you're seeing all of the different components and
Yes.
how they slot in.
Yes, exactly.
And and it's fantastic the effort that the committee and all the volunteers, the members, everyone brings something to the table for this event.
Yes.
And we all love models.
Yes.
We all love the hobby.
Yes.
And we enjoy participation and holding these.
Yes, exactly.
And it shows. It really shows.
Yes.
But I think what we'll do is we'll finish up there. Thank you very much for your time.
A pleasure.
Yeah, it's pleasure seeing you.
Thank you, Tristan.
We're in the same.
Thank you for taking the time to watch, everyone. I hope you can come and join us one day if you haven't already.
But thank you very much. And I think what we'll do is we'll just let Pete know we're finishing the live stream. There is another live stream coming up today and at 2 o'clock. And we hope to see you there at that live stream as well. It's pretty much my first time in front of the camera. A little camera shy. But
it doesn't show.
Pete, I think we'll finish up now.